Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm headed up to Fort Collins to pick up another project car. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, it is an '08 Pontiac Grand Prix GXP. So I need this for another project, but I'm not going to tell you what other project it's for, so you're going to have to guess. But this GXP is the one that has the LS4 in it, so it's pretty much an LS1 front wheel drive, and it just has a lot of stuff that I want. It also comes, so it has factory they come with cylinder deactivation, and I guess it is a very big problem. They have a lot of issues with the cylinder deactivation, but this comes with everything to delete it, with a bunch of with a brand new camshaft. I'm not sure what kind of cam it is, ARP studs, head gaskets, pretty much everything you need to upgrade it. And I just will have to put HP tuners on it. But in my case, I'm going to end up turboing the LS4 and try to make, like, I don't know, like 500-600 horsepower on it. I think it'll be able to handle it with the stock bottom end, but I'll just have to do a little bit more research. So let's head up to Denver, or Fort Collins, it's a little bit further than Denver, and go grab this thing, because she is a beaut. I'm surprised I got her for what I got her for. I just pulled up with the car. We're gonna load her up, and I can't wait. She looks good. Let's look at all the parts that came with it. Finished loading up the Grand Prix, and there are a few little things that I didn't notice in the pictures. Pictures are very hard to tell, but the guy brought it back, or brought it down here from Wyoming, so we met about halfway. So it was about a 3-hour drive for me, 3-hour drive for him. The bumper has a few little things here and there. The hood has a little bit of fading, but all in all, the car is pretty clean for its age. It's a 2008 GXP with the LS4, which is technically an LS1. It has drilled rotors, it has the bigger brakes, front and back. I'm going to actually probably upgrade the brakes in the front, since the brakes in the back will already be upgraded. It has an exhaust, but like I said before, what these have issues with is the cylinder deactivation, and it came with all the parts to delete that. So it has a downpipe, and it has all the parts, including a custom camshaft. So it should sound pretty nasty with the camshaft in there. All ARP hardware. It also has comp cam lifters. Then it has an electric fan. It has the I think Melling oil pump upgrade, as well as a bunch of other parts. So it was a pretty good deal. I ended up getting it for $3,500, which I thought was really good, since these are, every one that I saw was either completely destroyed, they still wanted $5,000 for it, or it was clean and they wanted 10 to 12,000. So this $3,500 and a little bit of work, plus I'll be able to delete that cylinder deactivation stuff. And probably what I'm going to end up doing is turboing this. So what I'm going to do now is head home and probably unload this, look at the engine, maybe start on, actually probably go through a bunch of stuff on it. The interior is also really clean. It's a black interior, which is kind of hard to find on these. And then we'll kind of go through the engine, figure out what we need to do. But I kind of want to get this stuff done pretty quick, so it runs and drives once again, so I could see. I'm gonna do a base, so I'll get it running and driving, do a base, see how fast it is, maybe do a couple quarter-mile times, and then go from there with upgrading it. And well, it'll be upgraded kind of, because I'll have that cam and all this new stuff in it, but and we'll have a tune on it, because they'll have to have HP tuners on it to get everything to work without having cats, and with having that new cam and all that new stuff and the cylinder deactivation stuff gone. So let's get back on the road. Should take about 3.5 hours to get home, and we'll get her nice and unloaded. I finally got the GXP to the Junkyard shop, and what I'm going to do is actually pull the other Magnum out, put it next to this Magnum. Actually, I might move this Magnum over a little bit, and then I'll move my friend's Pathfinder over to the other bay, and then I could get the Grand Prix into the shop. We can drop that cradle, and really all the parts are there, so all I have to do is swap all that stuff in. I was also thinking that what I could do is I could just fix it. So what I intended to do with this car was, actually I just want to fix it for now, but I did want to do something to this car, and it doesn't look like there's enough room to do it back here. So it'll be a little bit better once it's on the lift, and I could kind of see and verify if there's enough room or if there's not enough room. Prix is now finally in the shop, and looking over everything, it actually looks pretty good. So the front bumper has a little tear in it, but body-wise, there really isn't much damage. The hood has a little bit of sun fade, and so does the rear bumper. I pulled everything out of the trunk. It looks like pretty much everything's there. Also had a battery. I don't know if that battery will come back. I'll probably just end up buying a new one. It has the factory downpipe with a cat. I'm pretty happy about that, but I'm gonna end up putting this downpipe that came with it. I guess you know, that looks a little bit better, flow a little bit better. I also need to put all this other stuff on the car, or put it in the engine. So there's a new oil pump, and I don't know what's in this box. I mean, it's like an unboxing. It's almost like Christmas. All this stuff. I don't even know what's all here. Ooh. Oh, look at that. What's this? A GM, or AC Delco. Pretty much GM. Let's see what we have here. Is this a new balancer? Who does that? Usually most people don't do this. A brand new balancer to go with it has, maybe that's an upgrade thing. Has the timing chain kit. What's this? The install tool. Man, even comes with the tool to install it. So we have all the stuff for the front, and we have some stuff here. I really didn't go through all of it. He just told me everything was there to fix it. So we'll, come on, get away from that box. So we have, this is the new LS type rockers. I guess it's a retrofit. Then we have something in a white box. Ooh, springs. Look at these springs. Springy boys. Never get the box closed again. There we go. Ooh, LS6 valve spring set. So this must be some cylinder head bolt kit. That's interesting. Okay. We have this little guy right here. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like, it doesn't say. I'm not sure what that is. We have some ARP bolts. Valley cover bolts. Man, who buys the valley cover bolts for LS's? Crazy, all this stuff. Cam bolt kit. Man, I had those for my LS and I never used them. Let's see. Just some bolts. I'm not sure. It doesn't say what those are for. Let's see. Water pump bolts. You gotta be kidding me. What are these ones? It doesn't say what they're for. I'm not sure what those are for. Then we got the upgraded valley cover. I can't remember if he said that. Maybe that's why he got the RP bolts, because it's too thick or something. Then we have the Texas Speed LS7 lifters. We got some more ARP stuff. Timing cover, ARP, nice. It's very nice. And we got these, hell yeah. For the lifters, we got this camshaft right here. I guess he said it was like a custom grind. What's the grind on it? Stage 2 camshaft, 212, 218, I think is what that says. Gasket kit. Man, look at this. We have all the front cover gaskets with the main seal. Head gaskets. I wasn't planning on pulling the heads, but I guess we're gonna pull the heads. Everything is pretty much here. Since there is head gaskets, I'll probably end up pulling the heads just so I can see. He said it had a misfire, and I guess the misfires happen on these because it has the cylinder on demand, which kills like 2 cylinders, I think, to make it like a V6, or maybe it makes it into a 4-cylinder. I really don't know about any of that stuff. I never had a car that's had the cylinder on demand, but the if I'm gonna pull the heads, it'd be really nice to be able to look in to see the cylinder walls, because I do know from just from hearsay that the cylinder on demand sometimes scores the cylinder walls. So it'll be really nice to pull the heads, look at the cylinder walls, and if there's an issue, I could resolve it. If there isn't, I could just slap everything together, because I have everything except for I'll order some ARP head studs, and then we'll just get this thing back up and running again. I guess these trannies are really weak, so if I really want to make power, I'll probably end up upgrading this to 4T80. I guess these are like a 4T65, and they barely hold like 350 horse. The drivetrain is now dropped out of the Grand Prix, and one good thing is the car hasn't fallen off the lift. This is the first time that I've actually lifted a car all the way back up on the lift, and I was kind of worried about it, but I'm not going to ever lift the Charger up this high on this lift. I need to probably solve that solution pretty soon, but I really don't want to mess with it until I get my own shop and build the shop and have everything set up how I want it. But I'm glad that the drivetrain is now out of the Grand Prix. So in the next video, I'll be tearing that down. I'm gonna pull the heads, since it did come with head gaskets, so I could check to make sure there isn't a scoring on the cylinder walls or any issues, because it did show, he said it did have a misfire, but the misfire also, these come with the cylinder on demand, and misfires are commonly caused by that system. So that's why all the delete stuff's here. He never ended up putting any of that stuff in the engine. He just dropped it out. So it wasn't too difficult to drop this out. Most of the stuff was already disconnected. But yeah, we'll get everything torn down, and hopefully in the next video, we can actually take this for a first test drive, put it back together, take it for a drive. But I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below. As always, see you guys next time.